college football analyst, former Alabama quarterback. He's a national champion. His name is Greg McElroy. He'll be on the call tomorrow for BYU in Tennessee. And he now joins us on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Greg, great to have you with us.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
Is your play-by-play partner, Dave Pasch, recovered from basketball with Bill Walton by the time he gets to you in the fall with football?
Yeah, I mean, the good news is ESPN does not own the rights to March Madness, so he gets a nice, lengthy recovery beyond middle of March all the way through. But if they did own March Madness and he had to work with them all the way through the beginning of April, yeah, that would be a tall order for him to be able to overcome.
And I can't think of two different people than you and Bill, so that's probably good for Dave. This is an intriguing matchup, Greg, between two teams very desperate to get a win and avoid 0-2 for the first time since '88 for Tennessee and '95 for BYU. Obviously, the big upset last week with Georgia State beating Tennessee, and then BYU disappointed in its performance against a very good Utah team. What do you think of this matchup?
Well, I like the matchup. I mean, obviously, we had selfishly, as announcers, hoped that it would be a battle of 1-0, but it's not always that way. When we got the assignment, we were excited about it, though, because I think, obviously, when you have two national brands like you have in BYU and Tennessee, it's going to command quite the audience. And obviously, this being never having played each other, but there's clearly been an interest for Tennessee to have followed BYU and vice versa over the years, just knowing both programs at times have been at the top of the college football world. So we're excited about it. I think it's a contrast in styles. You have a Tennessee team that likes to run, that's pretty athletic, and you have a BYU team that's extremely powerful. So it should be an interesting watch and a fun one to be a part of tomorrow night.
Speaking of an interesting watch, I'm very interested in both of these quarterbacks. You look at both are looking to prove something after last week, both involved with turnovers that they would love to have back. What do you make of each team's quarterback in Garantano and Zach Wilson?
Well, if you look at their performances last week, they almost mirrored each other. There was a couple really good plays and a couple really horrendous plays. It's kind of, and you would expect that from Zach Wilson. I mean, he did as a freshman last year was pretty remarkable. No one's going to be able to shoot many holes in that logic. I thought he clearly is an athletic guy, can run around, is accurate with the football, and has a good arm. But the decision making last week was alarming. And look, you have to give a little credit to Utah's defense, and that's a really good group, maybe one of the best groups that Zach Wilson will see all year. But you just can't, under any circumstance, give freebies away to a team that's that good on the defensive side of the football, knowing that your defense really up until the second half of that football game had played really pretty strong. I know you gave a bunch of yards on the ground, but, I mean, you look at BYU's numbers against the pass last week. I mean, Huntley couldn't get anything going. So it was less than an admirable performance from what we would come to expect in Zach Wilson's second year. And then as far as Garantano, I just had a hard time understanding what he was seeing on a few different plays. I mean, bad pick at the end of half ends up getting overturned. Also had some other plays throughout the course of the game that were just not there, and he tried to make them there. He made a couple adjustments, too, at the line of scrimmage that I'm not sure what he was looking at. So I think both these quarterbacks have some talent, just looking for a big bounce back. But I would say the Garantano's challenge, it might be actually a little bit more significant than that of what Zach Wilson's going to face, because I think BYU's defense is outstanding, really at all three levels. I think those guys do a great job and make life really difficult on quarterbacks. So it would be a good opportunity for these guys to bounce back. And as a former quarterback, I never want to see quarterbacks play poorly, so I'm hoping they both are able to do so tomorrow night.
Absolutely. BYU and Tennessee tomorrow night, 7 Eastern on ESPN, talking with Greg McElroy, who will be on the call there. This is an interesting one in that BYU's going to the SEC. This is BYU's only Power 5 road game this year. What's it like to play in Knoxville against Tennessee in that stadium, Greg?
Well, it's awesome. It's a massive stadium, and Tennessee, the people associated with Tennessee, they're very passionate about their football, no doubt. But I think we're all curious as to what the atmosphere and the environment is going to be tomorrow night. I mean, last week was really a black eye for the Tennessee program, losing as a 25-point favorite. It's pretty insane. almost, I mean, you never see anything quite like that. So I think a lot of Tennessee fans are a little bit pessimistic about the direction of the program, which makes you wonder just how many people are going to be in attendance tomorrow. They seem to feel pretty confident they're going to have 80, 85,000, but in a stadium that seats 110, it won't be overwhelming. So we'll see. I mean, I think we're all fascinated to see what the atmosphere is going to be. It won't be anything that BYU's overwhelmed by, I can tell you that much. I mean, they've played on the road in hostile environments a bunch. So I can't envision this being a scenario in which the home field plays a huge advantage. If anything, if it's a little dull, it might actually work in BYU's favor. Just knowing that BYU is a very tough team, very physical team that doesn't need motivation to go out and play really, really well. Whereas when you're the home team and it's a sterile environment, it can work against you a little bit, knowing that you're trying to get your fans into it and they're just not really participating. So it'll be interesting to watch that dynamic early and to see just how many volunteer fans pack the stadium.
You mentioned the BYU defense a minute ago and how you were impressed with what they did, especially, through defensively through the air. Both teams, though, gave up 30 points last week. The biggest question for me in terms of Tennessee is their defense, especially on their line. They rotated so many guys in and out of that game. It looked like there was a lot of confusion. What do you make of this defense of the Volunteers?
Well, they have athleticism. The problem is they're not great up front. And, I mean, you guys know this. In modern-day college football, if you're not great along the defensive line, you're going to struggle. And I think that's a big reason why people are really optimistic about, what Utah, a good example, what Utah might be this year. Some people think they can make the playoff because their defensive line is elite. So I think Tennessee's defensive line, the issue, they lost one of their best players early in camp, 3 days in. He goes down, out for the season. They do get Aubrey Solomon in, who transferred, got a waiver from Michigan, and is able to play immediately. And he played well, but it was his first game. And there's just not really that bell cow along the defensive front that you can hang their hat on. Tennessee's a very young team and a relatively unsound team, as evidenced by the tape last week, which is problematic. I mean, in critical down and distance, they have to be poised enough to get the call in from the sideline and execute at a high level, which they didn't do at any point last week. So I think they have good talent at the second level, especially with the freshman Henry To'o from California. He's a legit player. Potential franchise middle linebacker here in the years to come. He's a true freshman. Daniel Batuli, who is also an inside linebacker. We're not sure if he's going to be available. He's an all-SEC caliber player as well. And I like their secondary quite a bit. Alontae Taylor at corner is one of the best in the business, who's only a sophomore, by the way, a really good player. And then they have another freshman on the other side, Warren Burrell, who's a really good player in his own right. So I like their back seven. I just don't love what I saw from their front four, and I'm not sure that that's going to get better here in the short term, knowing some of the teams they play here in the first month of the season.
And let's wrap with this, Greg. There is a player from your high school on BYU's roster, Southlake Carroll. Do you know who it is?
I know that we had the Jacobson family, Tanner Jacobson and McKay Jacobson, who are some Southlake Carroll Dragons. I don't think Tanner's still there.
He graduated last year, but it is BYU, so who knows, right?
Yeah, I didn't know. Well, McKay Jacobson was my go-to slot receiver.
Yes.
And in high school, he had, our senior year, he had 20 touchdowns and went for, no exaggeration, about 2,000 yards. I mean, we torched everybody at March Duty because McKay was so good out of the slot. But no, I don't know who's there. I'm looking at the roster right now. I'm trying to find it.
It's the kicker, Jake Oldroyd. Southlake Carroll, baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Okay, well, I guess I'm almost 13 or 14 years removed from high school. I got to get back in the Dragon way of life. But yeah, there have been a bunch of Dragons that have gone up to Provo in years past. I got recruited by BYU, believe it or not.
Oh.
Bronco Mendenhall, McKay and I, we went up to BYU camp before our senior year, and BYU was recruiting me, and I thought Provo was awesome. So I really enjoyed our time up there. And McKay had a ranch right down the street, and we had a blast for the whole week up there, just throwing around and having a good time. But But yeah, very familiar. They try to create a little South Lake to BYU pipeline. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, hold on. I'm just sucking up a little tear back into my eye, Greg, after that story.
What could have been?
What could have been. Greg, great stuff. Have a great call tomorrow. We appreciate a couple of minutes.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.
That's Greg McElroy, who could have been a BYU quarterback on the Deseret First Credit Union hotline. Deseret First, you know what? What?
What a great story.
Oh, man.